Vengeance tomatoes. Hey MGTOWs. I've had an exciting couple weeks. That's why I haven't really been updating my channel. Got things to do. It's been a pretty interesting project. I hired a permaculture designer to go over my property and plot out everything on it. And for example, the guy spent like 5 days here measuring everything and mapped out some modifications of what I can do to increase the productivity of this piece of property. As you can see, there's the house, there's the deck, got the grapes on the south side. I've got hardy kiwi here, raspberries there. I'm going to have loquats there. I'm going to have filbert, hazelnuts. That apple's already there. Kumquats there. Peaches there. Sea berries over here. And it's going to be this whole big huge thing. And basically the water's captured and forced underground, and for all of these plantings. I'm going to increase the hugel bed right in the corner there to capture the water and keep it on my side of the property. Then it'll force it under the ground here. Then it'll drop into this little channel, because this is all slightly downhill. Then I'll build up a little channel here. I'm going to rent a small backhoe to do this. And then it'll come around, hit this other raised spot, which I'm going to construct, and drop into the water feature. And right there I plan to grow water chestnuts and a couple of different aquatic plants. And then I'll have it deep enough so that I can grow some fish in there, and they won't be vulnerable to birds like cranes or whatever, because the water will be like 5 feet deep. And then it'll overflow when the rains come, and it'll push the nitrogen from the fish and any ducks that happen by, or my own ducks if I do ducks, you know. Then it'll flow out and be directed around past that big huge ugly pine tree, which I'm going to keep for now. Then it'll go into this little split area, and it'll do that flat spot where the blackberries used to be. Then I've got apple here, apple there, and then I'll be planting a, geez, I can't remember what that is, but I'll have a mulberry there, and yeah, it's gonna be awfully cool. And he showed me all about companion planting for fruit trees as well as you know, regular annual gardening. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, but it's in order to get all of this these modifications made, it's going to take years. But well, I'm not going anywhere. So I plan on staying here for most of the rest of my life, so might as well make it a nice place. So basically, if anybody wants to know of, you know, who ran me through this whole system and who designed this system, I can give you his name and number, because he is a very skilled permaculture designer. Very impressive. I made fun of permaculture a little bit, which is he tried to laugh, but I ordered a big pizza, and I said, yes, this is a nutrient-rich, nutrient-dense superfood. Which is it is exactly the opposite. Okay, anyway, this is the water flow map through the property, and man, he did a great job on that. Then we've got like the deciduous trees that I'm going to put in, and I'm going to have some evergreens as well. Then I've got the shrubs, and there are some cool things, like things that I never would have thought would have grown, like in that really shaded spot where all of the pine trees are growing on the south side of the property, and it just shades the crap out of my yard. But there are things that actually thrive underneath pine trees and in the shade. So I think one of them is silverberries, which is a oh, hey, this is pretty cool. This is chaya tree spinach. Basically, you can go out and cut yourself a bowl of this stuff, and it will it'd be a great famine food. Plus, and in moderation, you can take it as a salad. And there are many things you can basically plant that are. I'm gonna have like the ability to to cut a salad almost most of the year, almost like all the year except for like the serious ER months. This is Chinese holly grape, and it grows in the shade, underneath evergreens and in the shade. And it produces these nice little berries, and you can plug that little area, which is generally unused. Currants are awesome to grow underneath fruit trees, and they are a great companion. Elderberries, goji berries, those are like a superfood. Gooseberries, those can grow under fruit trees. In fact, that's what the picture is describing there. Hazelnuts, I'm going to grow those. That's funny, I didn't think that was a shrub. I thought that was a tree. Guavas, beaked hazelnuts, honeyberry, pomegranate. There's a lot of things that can grow in this climate that I'm surprised. Like this is what they call sea berries, and they're a cold hardy citrus. They're the only citrus that grows this far north, and it's like a little orange. It's a nitrogen fixer, so it improves the soil. I might plant some of those alongside of the fruit trees so I can chop and drop them along with the comfrey and other good stuff. So then you've got there's New Zealand spinach. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to have trouble probably sourcing some of these things because they're so rare. There's one thing that is pretty cool, the Chinese yam. They actually grow a big, huge yam, and they grow a sort of a, sometimes they're a pea-sized piece of, like a little carbohydrate thing, like a little potato, and you can cook those up, but I've seen them that are like that big, so you could pick some of those and make mashed potatoes or whatever out of them, and you can eat the leaves as well. So, and the thing grows crazy, so it's like on the noxious weed list supposedly, because it'll bury things just like kudzu is burying the southern United States. So yeah, I've got a lot on my plate here. This is another semi-aquatic plant. Can be used for, yeah, there's like some edible uses. You can cook the root, but I'm also planning to grow water chestnuts in the water feature there. So yeah, I've got, oh, and let's see, the guy worked pretty cheap. It was cheaper than I thought. Malabar spinach, that's another thing that I'll be able to walk outside and pick. Then I won't have to eat those, like, oh, there's another New Zealand spinach. All these things are like vines, and they are rampant, and they'll grow like weeds, and you can pick them and you throw them in a salad, throw some Caesar dressing on it, and you're good. And they're like a super nutrient dense type of food. A lot better than that iceberg lettuce you get in the grocery store. So yeah, that's what I've been doing the last few weeks. I have been immersed in this. I mean, I've been still commenting on various videos, but I've really caught fire on this project here. I got a couple trees I'm going to stick in the ground tomorrow. This is a fruit tree guild, so if you have like fruit trees, you can plant a lot of these things underneath them, and all together they like attract predatory insects, and then they eat the aphids and the fruit fly larvae and stuff and keep the pests down. Then you got the cherry silverberry, it fixes nitrogen. You've got mulch plants like the comfrey and artichokes, lavender. I don't know what that does. Queen Anne's lace. I think that provides a nice flower that attracts bees. You know, supposedly yellow jackets and wasps, they eat. Of course, they eat like insects, but they also eat pollen as well. So they get attracted to those flowers as well. So good times. And basically, if I play my cards right, I'll be able to set this place up so that it produces a significant amount of my food, and it's like super nutrient dense, crazy nutritious, just things that you can almost feed it to a cancer patient and he'll get better. that sort of thing has been known to happen. So looking forward to it. And plus, I think I'm gonna get some kind of birds as well, like either chickens or ducks. But we got a cat around here, so I'm not sure I want ducks because they might get eaten or brutalized. You know, I want something that can defend itself, like maybe a goose or two or something. But they're loud. I'll have to give it some thought. But basically, this whole yard will be set up. That's what I kind of envisioned when I bought the place. It'll be set up to just produce massive food most of the year, and I'll just be able to kick back once it's paid off and just enjoy the last years of my life, and yeah, enjoy being a Bitcoin millionaire, because I still plan on that happening. Let's see, yeah, Bitcoins have been doing quite well lately. They've gone to from 230 when I was yammering at all you guys to buy Bitcoins back in 2015, and now they are like 460, and they've been up as high as 500, I think, briefly. But right now, we're going into a time in Bitcoins where something really funny is happening. It's called the block reward halvening, or cutting in half. And what that means is every 10 minutes currently, the Bitcoin network is paid 25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes to secure the network. And all the people who secure the network compete over those Bitcoins by they run their computers and their specialized computer equipment really hard and suck up a lot of energy, and it's a big competition to see who solves this crazy complex math problem every 10 minutes, and then they wrap all the transactions up into that problem and then hash it. It's like create a hash string of the entire 10 minutes of network traffic, which which pretty much makes it impossible for anybody to change anything that occurred like 20, 30, even 20 minutes ago. So as far as going back a year and trying to change somebody's Bitcoin balance or something, never can happen. It's like you'd need some kind of insane powerful computer, which is like only science fiction at the current time. And if they did solve that and they had a powerful enough computer, they would just increase the hashing algorithm to the point where it takes up that computing space, and then they would be right back where we are now. So yeah, when the block reward halving occurs, which will occur right in July sometime, there will suddenly be half as many new Bitcoins being generated and dumped onto the market. And the result will be that the price is going to have to go up. And it's going to continue up over the next 3 years as we get more of these bail-ins, like what happened in Austria recently. And when they start happening in the US and other European countries, it will definitely push people toward both silver and Bitcoins as well. So I expect to make a handsome profit on Bitcoins and silver. Now this is a very contrarian way of investing, but man, I go my own way in many different ways. Most people have no clue about permaculture, and most people have zero idea. Well, people are starting to get a clue about how dangerous the divorce industry is for men. They're starting to get a clue. And a lot of men are just saying, nope, not going to do it, just as I did 19 years ago when I went MGTOW. And they have never heard the word MGTOW before, but they're still doing it. So, but I go my own way in many ways. I do my own way of finances. I choose my own path in my career, and man, I'm an independent bastard. But basically, all I can say, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about it because I've been saying it since 2014. Buy Bitcoins, get into Bitcoins. But man, I have doubled the money that I put into it in 2015, and it's just going to be going up from here unless something really weird happens. I can't see anything that will really prevent it from getting really big. So, man, buying Bitcoins is another very MGTOW thing to do. So, let's see. Well, that's about it, I suppose. I'm really engrossed in permaculture right now, and I'm not doing as much in my annual garden as I usually do. Usually I've got peas climbing up the fence and that hugel bed all planted out, but this time around, this year, I've been concentrating more on the perennial side of things and getting some trees in, and I'm going to start doing some landscaping, and but yeah, I should really concentrate on getting some annual production going, but yeah, I've just got this vision of just walking right through the whole yard and coming back to the kitchen with this giant bowl of food for free. Gotta love that. So I guess I'll let you guys go and don't get married and buy Bitcoins. So I'll see you around.